G'day and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going back in time and I'm making a tribute to any of my old Blacksmith subscribers that I've neglected for the last I don't know how many years. Anyway, this one's for you guys. If you're still around, let me know. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Old school only is go. So to the rest of you guys, this is my old forge, my blacksmith shop. And I used to come in here quite a bit. I was involved in a YouTube competition, which was like a monthly thing. That was called the OG Blacksmith Challenge. I used to love doing that. It stopped. And I really haven't done much in here apart from make the occasional bit I need for something that I'm building, like a car part or a motorbike part or whatever else. But it's been a few years since I've been in here, and I just had to drag a heap of stuff out, like old motorbikes and junk, just so I could even get in here. But what I want to do a little tribute. It's a little bit hot today, but there's nothing stopping us from firing the old forge up. But I just want to do a little tribute to all the old Blacksmith subscribers and not only fire up the forge. Look at the green moss in there. That's how long it's been. But let's get this old power hammer up and running again and have a bit of fun. I haven't fired this thing up for years. And as a matter of fact, I used the wheel on one of my projects, Valiant projects, because it's a Valiant hub and I needed a wheel and tyre. Anyway, I've got the wheel and tyre back here and chucked the wheel on it, bolted back together, see if it still works and have a bit of fun. This power hammer was part of the Blacksmith challenge. So the challenge for the month was to make a hammer using your blacksmith stuff. So I thought I'd take it to the next step and make a power hammer. So that was the entry for my Blacksmith challenge. It's my #1 viewed video. I know the audio is terrible, but anyway, I had a lot of fun doing it, and it's an old video. But anyway, she's a bit faded, but I don't think there's anything stopping it from working unless the motor's gone cactus. But I do have a new little part for it, which should spice things up a little bit, but we'll get to that. So let's find all the bits to put it together and see if it'll run. We definitely need to give this old anvil some love. She's a big beast. It was like 200 pounds, 90 something kilos. Not from the London anvil from the 1830s we worked out. But we might even give that a bit of a clean up the shed, make it look presentable. And hey, who knows? We might even do the occasional little project in there. We used to have a lot of fun in this little shed. It was better in winter time. It's springtime here, just starting to get hot, and it's the wrong time of year, but we're going to have a play anyway. If you look at my logo, you'll see a dude swinging a big hammer on the anvil. It is a big part of my channel, always has been, and always will be a part of it, and that's why I've never removed it from my logo. So we are paying homage to some legends. So seriously, if you're one of those subscribers from way back then, when I was doing blacksmithing and you've hung around the whole time, I want to know who you are. Please tell me who you are. That'd be unreal. Righto, I've dragged my extension cord, which has a switch, so we'll turn that to off. We'll plug this motor in before we do anything. Otherwise I'm wasting my time. See if it works still. Stand back. Woohoo! She works. Beautiful. Very nice. Alright, I need to find the wheel nuts. There's my bolts for my lever thingy. Where are my wheel nuts? The whole time I'm in here, I have a very keen eye, my peripheral vision, and my eyeballs are keeping my eye out for snakes, because they're going to start coming out of their hidey holes with this warmer weather. I have my long shovel just on the outside of my shed there, so If you see one, let me know, please. I hate snakes. Cool. Real nuts, I found some. One thing I forgot about this little shit is how little it is in the tight area to film. Well, that is what it is. And the sun used to give me a hard time in here too, I remember. With it shining on my eyeballs right now. Used to put a bit of timber up there from memory. That got bad. And I still have that bit of timber over there. Beautiful. So, I might get some grease. Grease. It wouldn't be surprising me if the shifter I pulled this apart with is still in here, knowing how I operate. Oh, look at that. Boom. Rusty and locked up. Ah, right size. Alright. That's funny. Before I turn it on, I'll just run it through its cycle just to make sure that it still all works. Works. Alright, maybe we should turn it on, see what happens. Trust me, it's industrially loud. We'll have to play with that in a minute though. Right, let's see if this old beast still fires up. All you gotta do is put your foot on that. Whoop. Hopefully that'll scare off any snakes that might be hiding in here. It's loud as the neighbours be like, Paulie's fired up his forge, which I haven't yet, but we will. So if you are one of the many people that have watched my build on this power hammer, you will note at the end I do a little magic trick with a guitar, and one problem with this power hammer at the moment, it just goes one speed without changing ratios and stuff like that. And one of the things I love to do is play the blues, and I've always wanted to get a really old stationary engine, you know, the ones that'll spin at 600 RPM. So what I want to do is make it so they don't bang and give everyone industrial deafness, because that's pretty much what it's like. And I'm sure you can hear this for miles. So I'm thinking about, I think the last time I did it, I wrapped some leather around it. I could do that, or some wood, chuck a bit of wood in there and let it just smack away at the wood. just to dull it down a bit. Let's find something, bit of, you know what, an old car tyre, motorbike tyre. Let's have a look what I've got laying around and see what we can strap on. Righto, so I just found an old dirt bike tyre, which was one of Blue's old things that it had run around with. It was the one that he didn't do a lot of damage to. Let's turn this on and see how loud it is with that. It's stuck on there. And the good thing about it, I don't think it's going anywhere either. Righto, see what happens. So the upstroke is just as aggressive. It's hitting hard. And all that tension gets taken up by this spring. So it's not hurting the machine, but it's hurting my ears. That downstroke didn't sound terribly loud, but the up was too much. I just measured the stroke, and it only comes up to sort of about there, but it's very, very tight. So I'm gonna chuck some fresh grease on this slide and see if we can get it to quieten it down. Might be a solution. The other solution is taking a little bit more off this, but I remember doing that last time to stop that problem. So grease first, see what happens. Righto, let's see what it does. All greased up. Still wants to fling it up. Needs a spring. Trampoline spring to stop it from bouncing all the way up, because it just bounces up. Just plugged the old light in, still works. How good. It's been years, old mate. It's been years. Well, the hunt for a vintage stationary engine continues. In the meantime though, I still would like to clean this up, clean this area up, fire this up, maybe knock something up on this using one of those, and make some noise with that somehow or another. What do you reckon, puppy? What do you reckon? Whoosh. That certainly has been a while. I need to pull that billy cart down too. I have a purpose for that. There is nothing like the smell of burning coal, I'm telling you right now. It is the best. Not sorry whatsoever. So what am I making? Absolutely nothing. Nothing. Just playing. That's hot. Yep. Anyway, I've been summoned for dinner by my neighbour, which I am not going to decline. I may be back tonight. I may be back another time. But we'll see you then. Well, it's a different day, and I fired the forge back up again. I got distracted the other day with dinner invite, so I suppose I should make something, hey? Let's make a bottle opener, and let's give it away. So the deal is, I'm going to make this bottle opener. To win it, you've got to buy some merch and mention. There's a spot when you buy some of my merch where you can put a comment. Tell me the most ridiculous reason why you need one of my bottle openers, and one person will get one of these bottle openers. Well, the bottle opener, this one. So yeah, tell me why you want it, because it tells me that you've watched this, but basically, and I might even throw some other stuff in as well for other people. So yeah, bottle opener, let's make one. Righty, what are we going to use? Hey, let's just make a big chunky one out of this piece I started on the other day. Big chunky bottle opener. Let's go. I haven't done this for a while. Let's chuck it in there. Boy, it's been a while, Paulie. Feeling very Gumby. Talk about putting yourself on display. Indeed. I'm pretending I know what I'm doing at the moment, so just take it easy on me. The crappiest bottle opener on the internet. Hey, but it's still cool. Now, gotta remember how to do this, ladies and gentlemen. Been a while. You want that device. Oh. This is getting pretty rough. Fix it. I need to go back and watch one of my old videos to remember how to do this. I might actually do that. Oh my God. Bottle opener. So there's obviously a lot more hand tools involved than I remember. Where are those pliers? It's probably still in here. and get on with it. I'm just going to flatten this out a bit. Okay. Unique. It's going to work. Chop chop. Good old chop. We are top. Hop, hop, hop. Need some tongs. Okay. And this can go back in the fire. Watch out, mate, I'm going to get burnt. Wow, that's amazing. Oh look, found those pliers. These set of pliers anyway. See that little mate? Give it a brush, get rid of the scale. And then I'm going to dunk it in some oil to preserve it all. Righto. Let's dunk it. See what happens. Fill this place up with smoke. There she goes. Let that cool down. And we have a very lovely bottle opener for one of my subscribers. Like, look at that. Who wouldn't want to win that? That's just a magnificent piece of art. Someone's gonna. Well, you know what? I somewhat enjoyed that. It's been a very long time. And by no means quality right now, but just firing up this forge, mucking around with the power hammer, cleaning up my anvil and just getting this place back into use. Everything still works, and a lot of the stuff is still where I left it. I don't know how many years it's been, but I have a full playlist of blacksmithing if you're into that kind of stuff. For people that are new to the channel, a lot of my original subscribers came because of the blacksmithing. And like I said at the start, I haven't really done a lot, and I've kind of let them down a little bit. And it is something that has been a part of this channel from day dot, really. So some people give away all sorts of cool stuff on YouTube. I think Freiburger gave away a Dodge, top of the range Dodge Dart Hemi weapon recently. My mate Jay gives away a car every month. I can't do that yet, but I can certainly give away a bottle opener that I just made to a legend that buys my merch. to start. And one of the things I want to start doing for the awesome foursome that are still here is start giving away something every month. Now, something that's off the Tirana or off the Valiant or off the Chevy or one of my projects, something in the blacksmith shop. So every month I might just start doing a little giveaway, just throwing little bits and pieces extra into the merch bags when you buy some stuff. So yeah, and then we might make it into big things like cars and motorbikes and who knows, guitars. I'm thinking about guitars at the moment. And I had a lot of really awesome comments on my artwork, my paintings. So there's going to be some stuff coming up too, giveaways with that stuff as well. So yeah, we'll start giving stuff away, and you can take a little piece of old school only home with you. And I am looking at spicing things up just a little bit. I mentioned the OG Blacksmith challenge, and that was something I really used to enjoy doing. Was a monthly project, and I'm not starting the OG Blacksmith challenge, but I'm thinking about doing something along those lines that everyone can get involved in. You don't have to have a blacksmith shed to be able to do what I'm thinking about doing. So I will keep you posted on that. Probably have a monthly build to a theme, and give something away to the winner. So yeah, if that's something that you'd be interested in doing, let me know. It'd be cool. Anyway, enough jibber jabber. Here's something that I prepared earlier, and the real reason I wanted to come down to my blacksmith shed. I hope you enjoy it. A little bit of fun, as always. Anyway, that's it from me. Stay tuned. Be good to your mates. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. Awesome foursome. You guys rock. Got some stickers coming. And yeah. Yeah. Nothing to see here.